know that anyone whose blood pressure runs between 121 and 139 and 85 to 89, or 81 to 89, is in pre-hypertension, pre-high blood pressure. And if you don't do something, you're going to end up with high blood pressure. I want to explain, because a lot of people don't know how we get those numbers. The top number is called the what? Systolic. The bottom number? Diastolic. How do we get those numbers? Okay. When the heart squeezes, it puts a pressure against the blood vessels. Right? Now, when we're born, we have very flexible, elastic blood pressure. The kids around here, very flexible, elastic blood vessels. They stretch very easily. Okay? And so, when the heart squeezes, it pushes against those blood vessels, but there's very little pressure because the blood vessel can expand. So it doesn't exert a lot of pressure on that wall. And at the same time, when the heart relaxes, then the blood vessel relaxes also. And if you have a very flexible blood vessel, then it really relaxes. And so the diastolic blood pressure is low because the systolic blood pressure happens when the heart squeezes and the diastolic when the heart relaxes. Okay? Systolic, diastolic. Now when we measure your blood pressure, what we do is we put a cuff around your arm. And whether you're using one of the automatic digitals or the old-fashioned ones, you put a cuff around the arm. You squeeze up the pressure. So what you're actually doing is blocking the blood flow. You're squeezing it up high enough to block the blood flow to that lower arm. That's why your arm will start to tingle after a while. All right, and then we listen. And your machine is listening or you're listening with a stethoscope. We listen. And when we can hear the first beat of the heart, as we bring that pressure down, then we know that the heart pressure that the heart is squeezing with is equal to the pressure that you're pressing with because now the blood can start to get through. That's the systolic blood pressure, pressure at which it's squeezing. Then we keep letting the pressure go down gradually until there's no obstruction to that flow anymore. When we can't hear that sound anymore, that's the relaxation phase. All of the pressure is gone, that's the diastolic blood